This series is the final edition of learning about Japanese Kaizen through picture book. The subject is improving work efficiency by eliminating waste. As in the previous series, 3 people from hypothetical company A analyzed Mr. Nakamura's materials to help their on-site staff use IE methods quickly and effectively. As you all know, IE is one of the 3 major methods for on-site improvement, and is well known and effective in terms of work efficiency. In this presentation, we will introduce how to use this method quickly in manufacturing sites, its application and effects, etc., using videos and examples to address the issue. IE has a long history, having first been established in the United States towards the end of the 1800s. One of its pioneers was Mr. Gilbreth, who, as a bricklayer, came up with process analysis as a result of his efforts to increase his income, as shown in the diagram below. This method subsequently became famous and spread throughout the industrial world after being presented at the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. At the same time, he is well known for his work as the founder of the American Industrial Engineering Society. Here, what caught the attention of everyone at Company A was his awareness and problem discovery. For this reason, the picture book shows his perspective with concrete examples, and outlines methods that can still be used to improve work today. Is it a historical coincidence? Mr. Taylor, shown in this figure, was born at the same time as Mr. Gilbreth. He is famous as the father of technological development in special steel, but he is also famous and left great works in the areas of work improvement and production management. This example is one of them, but he embodied a method of improving work by using clocks. In this picture book, famous athletes are currently setting world records one after another, but their countermeasure is to break down work into elemental tasks, use time as an evaluation index, and compare with the best to uncover problems. This picture book gives many examples of how to apply this idea to practical work in the field. Currently, video analysis is becoming more and more popular for practical use of IE techniques in various improvements on-site. This diagram shows an overview. The improvement methods and examples introduced here are examples that Mr. Nakamura has actually introduced in training sessions overseas and have achieved great results in a short period of time. Therefore, this picture book introduces know-how and examples, but if you access YouTube from the picture book, you will be able to make better use of the content explained in the book. The procedure for IE improvement is to first carry out rough, large-scale improvements through process analysis and time analysis. After that, we proceed to improve the work in small areas through motion analysis, and then using the slow motion function of the video is effective for discovering waste that is hard to see with the naked eye, and analyzing improvements and work know-how. Let me introduce an example. When you make improvements in the manufacturing field, work becomes easier, faster, and more reliable. As a result, work becomes more streamlined, so the use of 5 S's is very popular. When making such improvements, major improvement measures are taken using process analysis as an example, and this figure is an example of that. This picture book also contains many examples of the 5 S's, so please refer to them. This time, we added a pantomime simulation method as one of the measures to improve the speed of improvement and to obtain many effective measures, with the participation of everyone on the front lines. We have posted several examples on YouTube, and we would like to introduce one example with a video.
Once you have mastered the process analysis sheet method, I would like to recommend that you move to further early improvement scheme. This technique is the pantomime method. This format replaces the created material in the combination of video and PC. In addition to use of the video, you will be able to improve the recording can be over in several stages. In particular, use of the timer is valid before and after the improvements comparison. In this way, improved speed is 3 times up in comparison to how to write in process analysis sheet. From now, I would like to introduce a case that was to reduce 45% of work time in a short period of time. Please look at this video. This is a situation where the production of electrical components in the prototype line. This woman is the person in charge of this work. Peoples around are trainees of Speed Kaizen seminar. This scene is the current situation analysis. This scene is a layout that reproduces the status quo in order to perform a pantomime. Procedure of work is as follows. She brings the parts on the left side of the press, and she assembles other components. The operator moves in the movement have the parts. She then moved to the right side of the press. She sets the U-shaped terminal in a small press. Then, she sets the lead. U-shaped terminal is fixed in this step the tip of the lead wire. These parts wait for the operation of the press. When pressed parts are completed, she moved to the left, and set the parts produced in small parts in the first part that was pressed. Work of one cycle will end in such a process. When pressed parts are completed, she moved to the left, and set the parts produced in small parts in the first part that was pressed. Work of one cycle will end in such a process. This video is to reproduce the status quo pantomime.
And hit the button. Step 3. Unload the wire contact press and load. First with the point contacts, and then with the wires. You want to close your shield. Step 4, unload the body cap press and load. First with the O-ring into the body, put it into the fixture, load your cap into the top. Then you want to load your wires, and with the pliers, seat them into place. Okay? Close the fixture and hit the button. Step 6, assemble harness to the nipple saddle assembly. And place it into the unit box. Load body and cap. Unload wire point contact assembly and place into the body.
I'm doing my day job. So you weren't looking forward to the 69 business. Right.
Load wire and point contact.
Improvement group promoted the improvement method to write the figure on top of the paper. However, this study method will remain the improvements that hard to see in the eyes. So, I instructed the pantomime improvement method to improve this team. Please
Unload
look at this
saddle from the
video.
shuttle
Some of the improvements
and
have
load with an
reflected.
untapped saddle. Activate button. Pick up the nipple and assemble to the saddle. Take harness and assemble to the nipple saddle assembly. Place in unit box. Body and cap
This
assembly,
scene is
place
the
in
improvement of the second round. Improvements will remain, but we will know better the image of the working plan. If this company adds site stakeholders in this improvement, this plan will be more high efficiency.
Unload the wire point contact assembly and place into the body. the wire and points.
I would get the closest possible. We compare the room that's in there.
Unload the saddle from the shuttle and the tablet and load it with an untapped saddle.
Here's the backside of that cell. I've got it 2 feet in there now. You can move this back another foot. I'm just going to add this one.
Hit the button that activates both. Pick up the nipple and assemble to the saddle.
You can actually, if we turn the table around here, he can do that end up.
Assemble the harness to the nipple saddle assembly.
Basically operating off of, again, he's working off the table being here.
Placing the box.
He's going to need something back here.
Slow analysis is highly effective not only for human work but also for improving the efficiency of robots. Therefore, this picture book introduces both examples. While the know-how for human work was introduced in the analysis of magic tricks and examples of work improvement, this video introduces improvements to robot work.
Slow analysis and improvement method can also be used to improve the operation of the equipment. This figure shows a finishing automation equipment of the machine hull. I would like to introduce improvement cases after the projection of the video with slow motion video analysis. Let's start video. Have you been able to find some improvements? There were 5 items to have to be improved on this robot operation. First, to half the distance of the parts storage and hull finish. Second, lifting and wholesale of parts is carried out at the time of arm movement. Third, to have the drilling distance. Fourth, to operate the drill at the time part of the fixed. Fifth, to introduce the following parts at the same time as the fall. The effect of the improvement was shown in this figure. Please look at the results. The time counter value at the time of throw was reduced from 45 to 35. It is 22% of reduction time ratio by 5 items of improvements. After that, the company as this robot was promoted to speed up the work. As a result, it has been a reduction of 25% or more of the time. Initially, the company had planned the installation of 4. But 3 installations were enough and contributed to the reduction of the amount invested.
Thank you for watching the video introducing this picture book. This picture book also includes other examples of improvements to memo motion. The link to this book is this URL. I hope it will be useful to you.